A group of future managers at the European Commission's INFSO directorate is embarking on a new training program here in Brussels that could take them into uncharted management territory. Together with managers from businesses in Brussels, they have signed up for a program that looks at nature as a source of new inspiration for 21st century management practices.
From the information society side of the Commission, I have put some of my futures team into this exercise because I think it's very interesting to think about how nature can influence the future of society so that we can understand that, and then we can understand also how to contribute to it in other parts of a European research agenda.
Applying nature-generated intelligence in management theory and putting that into practice is much more than survival of the fittest, says one of the program's organizers.
We learn since childhood that there is a law of the jungle, that it is natural to be competitive and to take as much as possible from the resources that there are. Nature shows us that it can be very economic with the use of resources, and that collaboration in general is the much more important mode of relating to others than competition.
Taking nature as a source of inspiration can lead to new forms of collaboration and cooperation. That has the potential to reshape the way businesses operate in the 21st century. It can also provide ideas for more effective ways of managing the European Union.
Europe has this advantage to be aware of its own diversity, but I think that its diversity is not exploited as it could be. And one of the things is probably really allowing structure again to be less like a pyramid, like it is very much now, and probably to find new ways, a bit like what we are experiencing today, of making the connections and connections.
When we look at nature, for example, how trees relate to other trees through mushrooms, for example, well, what can we learn from such an example in order to put into place new, I don't know, programs, new ways of working together at the European level.
The European Commission, like every other organization in Europe, is downsizing. We're cutting posts, we are releasing staff at the end of contracts, and at the same time we're expected to do more. So we as managers have to deliver more engagement, more positive cooperation at a time when actually people are not being very kind about European Commission officials. That's a huge management challenge.
The first night of the program engaged participants with personal reflections on nature. It's easy to think that in today's digital era, which is dominated by mobile phones, the internet and tablet computers, people are further away from nature than ever before. But at this first session here in Brussels, it quickly became clear that the contrary is true.
The digital movement is a way of learning to be more collaborative, and just only with this point it can be a good lesson for us.
If you look at Web 2, what it's doing is putting us in different tribes. We used to be in our family, our village, our country. Now we can be in a Facebook community, a Twitter community, and the question is, the research question, how can that help us to be better people? It's proven, I think, that if you know more about your environment and the facts and what your peers are doing, it can change the way you behave.
The participants are enthusiastic, especially to learn that when one is guided by nature, it's easier to reconnect. Not just people, but also societies.
I think it's very interesting, and particularly the format that is chosen for the World Café helps very much to get people out of the box and really have an exchange between people.
It has helped me to bring a few ideas which have been circulating much clearer to the surface.
This loss of touch we have with each other, I think it was quite a persistent remark that someone made, that we kind of lost in touch with people in itself, and that's nature in itself. We are nature.
For a diverse and complex continent such as Europe, it could be good news.
If we can learn something that works, we will definitely spread it around.
Raymond Franken, EUX TV.
Il y a les FNDP, donc les facultés Notre-Dame de la Paix et de Namur qui nous aident également, et Intégrité.